Oh, now it's recording. There's Charles messing with his camera again. Still. Now I'm recording. There you go. There's Cosmin again.
Hello.
Beautiful. All right. It feels small. Here's Charles.
This was an amazing journey, which I'd like to share with you. We went through 14 different countries and had a great experience. All kinds of terrain, the interesting people we met, the places we visited. It was just an amazing experience. And the journey started from Targovista, which is Romania, and eventually came back to the base after 28 days. Although this journey had a number of minor incidents, but nothing major to derail the journey or in any way impact the schedule. So this is the journey that we started here, and here I am looking at my bike for the first time. It looks very good to me, and this is the bike that took us over 8,000 kilometers and without any mechanical failures. Minor things, but nothing major to talk about. So enjoy the trip.
Into the sun a little bit. We're going to try and avoid that. And then we're going to move in on Cosmin, his wife, and Charles. Their daughter's gone now.
Come back, Ivan.
See what he's done with his hand?
Hi.
This is the mastermind behind everything. Without this man, we would not have made it.
And Gori in the background there. He's our guide for the next 2 days.
Gori, follow. Gori is going to be our leader. And you see the 3 bikes?
You are ready for Romania.
There we go.
There.
Okay.
Yeah? Take some pictures, then we stop there, make pictures, stop there, down, and we go there up.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Up, you see more beautiful because here it's down.
Okay. Filming.
Go!
All right, let's go.
Let's go! Go on!
We are about to approach a great scenic view where there is a beautiful waterfall coming from high up in the mountain, and now we are at approximately 1700 meters above sea level, and from this elevation you can see the valleys on the left. There is a place for the bikers to pull in, stop, take some photographs, and a well-deserved break. And it's just the view is just incredible. So this is the view wanted to share with you. Hopefully you like it as much as we did.
To make few photos
Absolutely.
down here.
All right.
Charles, let's go pro on. Is the right guy recording? Okay, cool.
On these twisted mountain roads, we came across another site where we saw a Romanian shepherd with his flock. So Corey decided to stop and go up and take some photograph with the shepherd. So that's exactly what we did. We climbed up the mountain, and as we did, we came across not only the sheeps but also his two dogs. The first dog you'll see on the right, the white dog sitting quietly watching out for any predators that may come after the sheep. That primarily his job. You'll see it on the right somewhere. And then another black dog, which is now on the right, you'll see sitting there, and he is the one who leads the sheep. So this was the moment we thought we should take some photographs with this local shepherd. We are now going towards a typical tourist town where they sell souvenirs, and again there is another spot from where you can get a great view of the twisty roads, the famous roads where the British television program recorded their Top Gear series testing different cars. So this is one of those spots where it's been televised.
This is the last stop.
Okay.
Another beautiful spot along the Romanian Valley. Some interesting information about this Transalpina Road, also known as DN67C. It's located in the southern side of Romania and is one of the highest roads. It is said that the road was built under King Carol II and during the Second World War by the German troops. Also, the story has it that the road was built during the communist regime just to suppress the other highways. The road has its highest point. The elevation would be around 2,100 meters above sea level. So given the altitude, the road is closed during the cold months of the year. However, the work began in 2007 in order to transform this spectacular road into a modern highway that is 148 kilometers long, and this allows some rapid transit during the summer months.
So, Charles and I have pulled over. We just went through that beautiful traffic that I just videotaped for everybody. I guess we should have stopped at that red light where the overhead lights weren't working. Charles is finding his sheepskin a little slippery here, so he's going to remove it so he stays on the motorcycle. Traffic is much more sedate where we are now. Not as aggressive as it was in some of the more southern countries. But 30th time, but now it's
Okay, problem solved.
alrighty, excellent. Shall we roll?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Traffic behind us now,
We are now in Estonia, a city called Tallinn. Tallinn is a coastal city from where you cross the Baltic Sea to get to Finland. So here we are early in the morning, bought our tickets, and now we have to get in line to take our bikes on board for the voyage across the Baltic Sea. And the duration is not very long, just over an hour, but the preparation for getting on board seems longer. Here I am just giving my number plate to make sure it matches with the ticket we purchased, and that didn't take too long, and soon we were on our way, and now just driving towards the front of the line, because the bikers tend to move in the front regardless of how many cars are lined up. One advantage of being on the bike. That's our boat. It's going to take us across, and we are now ready to board. Feels like being swallowed by a big monster going into whale's mouth, but it was very orderly and well arranged for where we needed to put the bikes and how to secure them during the voyage, even though it's a very short voyage.
we're on the boat.
Yes, we're on the boat. So here we leave the bikes reasonably secure, go up on board, enjoy the view, And before you know it, you will be arriving in Finland.
Very large ship. So we're going to come back to it once we start cruising.
We are now approaching the harbor front, and we went through a central park, and you can see loads and loads of rental bikes. Apparently, the Finnish people like to ride bicycle. So here you have a fleet of rental bicycles. You could take it from one place and leave it at another, similar to what we have in Toronto. So that was very interesting. I'm not sure whether some of these are motorized, but I think most of them is with pedal power. So here we are at the Helsinki Harbor Market. And as I said, this place is famous for fish and chips, among other things, mainly seafood. Lots of people, and saw a number of tourists. Must be one of the attraction. And the other thing is, around this time, I think Donald Trump was supposed to be visiting Helsinki. So there is some security, and some tourists are coming to maybe see if they can get a glimpse of him. I'm not sure why. So again, we are riding downtown Helsinki by the harbor.
I'll throw a couple tie wraps in there. Can you throw it on the center stand, Charles? You need a hand?
With the luggage is too heavy.
Okay, ready?
Hold on. 1, 2, 3. The road is pretty rough.
I don't like riding cobblestone at all.
And if you want to go to the washroom, they probably have one here too.
Absolutely. Well, we're getting our first rain now. Getting the rain gear on. It's been light up until now. We're going to see what happens here because we've got an hour and a half ride to Turku, Finland from Helsinki. So we're going to see what goes. I'm going to switch the battery out on this and we'll go from there.
We are now heading towards Turku, which is a harbor, to catch the boat that will take us to Stockholm, Sweden. We timed it in such a way that we'll get to this particular town and spend the night and catch the early morning boat, and that will take us into Stockholm around 6 o'clock in the evening. It's a long voyage, close to 11 hours. So this will give us time to recover from riding and be able to stretch our legs and relax. So we are now leaving Finland and heading towards Sweden. we had to pull over because my bike was becoming very unstable. The front wheel was wobbling. Not quite sure what the problem is, but I didn't want to take a risk and looked around, couldn't see anything. I don't know whether it's the bearing or something else, but it just wasn't very stable. And but we'll keep going and get to the next town. Hopefully we'll find out what the problem is. So we continue the journey even with defective motorcycle.
So, Mr. Massey, would you like to say a few words before our next voyage?
Yeah, I think we are definitely reached our, or we will reach our 50% mark, and that's 4,000 kilometers almost, once we go across. And then after that, should I say it'll be plain sailing or not? To be determined.
To be determined, absolutely.
But we're on track, on schedule, and so far so good.
Excellent.
Just hope this is the longest journey and this is the scheduled stop that we have to make. After that, it's just free rolling. Stop wherever you want, do what you want, because we have nothing other than just getting to our destination. We don't have any timetable, so we should be more relaxed. Or I should be more relaxed. That's it. End of comment.
End of comment. Stockholm.
Stockholm. Suomi, svenska, English.
Nope, I don't speak
Okay.
English. Yeah.
Lane number 3, past the cars and then to the right side.
Okay, I understand. Can I wait for him for a sec?
Yeah, you
My
can.
riding partner?
Yeah, you can wait.
Okay, thank you.
Just drive few meters forward there.
Understood.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
We are now at the harbor and getting ready to go on board along with cyclists and motor vehicles, which didn't take too long for us to get on the ramp and finding a suitable place for us to park both bikes. The bikes have to be strapped down, especially for this particular journey, because this is our second journey on the boat and the longest one, which is around 11 hours. And it's important that we secure the bikes in case there's any turbulence during our voyage, and don't want the bikes to be damaged in any way. So needed to make sure that proper strapping was in place, and that way we can go upstairs on the deck and enjoy some relaxing time. Very important to make sure all your lights are off. You don't want a flat battery when you come and get to the other end, and save yourself a lot of embarrassment. So that's it. This is our second voyage, heading to Stockholm, Sweden. We have just landed in Stockholm, Sweden, also known as ABBA country. In the 70s, the group ABBA came from Stockholm, Sweden. Anyway, this is a statue of a big boy peeing. Not sure whether it symbolizes that Swedish people like to pee a lot. We continue to move towards the financial district. You could tell because of the banks, insurance companies, It's a very big city, and then eventually made our way towards downtown Stockholm. But along the way, we had to stop a couple of times just to make sure two things. One is we are following our GPS directions properly, and Dennis is right behind me so that we don't get lost, stay together. City of Stockholm, very cosmopolitan compared to the Eastern Bloc countries that we came through, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia. Here you start to see some level of diversity, people of different background. Very nice city, nicely laid out, clean, tidy. Didn't see too much clutter, didn't see too much construction work. And what you're seeing is these look like apartments. So it was nice to spend the day in Stockholm. Had some lunch and did some sightseeing after we parked the bikes. But our plan is not to stay in Stockholm too long, just a day, which is long enough, and then continue towards Oslo, Norway. So here's another shot of downtown shopping area. Lots of people. This would be equivalent to Young and Bloor kind of a setting. Some interesting shops, but definitely a nice place to spend more time in the future.
I'm gonna do it this way. So this is Lars and Linda, our new friends from Norway. Yeah, thanks. We really appreciate you guys, you know, showing us the tour of this.
That's what bikers do.
Yeah, you know, and well, you said
It's
how long has it been here?
oh, I don't know, since 1400 or something. But the biggest, the story that people remember is that it's when Karl XII, the Swedish king, Karl XII,
Yeah.
he tried to conquer Halden and Norway in early 1700s, and he was killed in this fortress.
Yeah, there you go.
And they say he was killed by his own people with a button from a uniform because they didn't have any more ammo and they were tired and out of food and everything. So, and
Wow.
that's just.
And we stare each other down like victims in the grind, probing all the weakness and hurt still left behind, and we cry the tears of leave you cold inside, make you cry. These tears of pearls. All these mixed emotions we keep locked away like stolen pearls. Stolen pearl devotions we keep locked away from all the world. Your kisses are like pearls, so different and so rare. But anger stole the jewels away, and love has left you bare, made you cry. The tears of pearls. Well, I could be the tired joker, pull my heart to get you in. Sacrifice my happiness just so I could win, maybe cry. These tears of pearls. All these mixed emotions we keep locked away like stolen pearls. Stolen pearl devotions we keep locked away from all the world. We twist and turn where angels burn. Like fallen soldiers we will learn that once forgotten, twice removed. Love will be the dead, the death of you. Come on, darling. Hey. All these mixed emotions we keep locked away like stolen pearls. Stolen pearl devotions we keep locked away from all the world. All these mixed emotions we keep locked away like stolen pearls. Stolen pearl devotions we keep locked away from all the world.
Knock, 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 no, I was up. With me, come on. I knock, knock.
National War Memorial for 2,000 soldiers, Soviet soldiers that were killed during the battle for the city of Berlin. This is eventually built in the latter part of the war. This is the memorial to the Jews that were killed during the Second World War by the Germans.
After leaving Berlin, we are now making our way towards Hungary, but on the way we'll be stopping in Prague, Czech Republic, before we also visit Vienna, Austria. And, I don't have any footing for Vienna, Austria, but do have some recording from city of Prague. So this is the way, going through the mountain roads, unpaved road, construction roads. These are mainly gravel roads, so riding with some extra care was needed because of the loose gravel. Some places you had to stand for a while. Anyway, now we are heading towards Prague. So here's a small scene from city of Prague.
Yes, you can see it. Yep, it's good. We came all the way to feed some ducks, Hungarian Hungry ducks. That's a lot.
Hungarian now.
Oh, yeah. That's a good eating. Yeah.
De hát, ha jól vagytok,
Igen.
megértitek egymást.
Igen. Hát templomban már át.
Igen?
Igen. Úgyhogy látom, hogy a másik lábor is bátja.
Igen. Akkor fent az a spajtban úgy, ahogy van fent a spajt, hargitát meg ez meg az... Hát plusz 12 fok volt. És úgy vittünk, hogy szinte csak vastag ruházat nem.
Igen.
De gondolom, hogyha nem egyedül vannak, akkor...
Nem, barátjukkal jönnek. Igen.
Ugorj ki harmadra.
Milyen repülőre.
Hát ennyi amúgy.
Rainy day people always seem to know when it's time to call. Rainy day people don't talk, they just listen till they've heard it all. Rainy day lovers don't lie when they tell you they've been down like you. Rainy day people don't mind if you cry on a tear or two. If you get lonely, all you really need is that rainy day love. Rainy day people all know there's no sorrow they can rise above. Rainy day lovers don't love any others, that would not be kind. Rainy day people all know how it hangs on your peace of mind.
We are here with Gory's friends. And this is insane. The downpour is absolutely incredible. We're in a bus shelter and it is just hammering us right now. So the first rain we've seen, and we pulled over because this is just insane.
I need one too. Take it or leave it, or try to believe it. If you've been down too long, rainy day lovers don't hide love inside, they just pass it on. Rainy day lovers don't hide love inside, they just pass it on.
On the road again, just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again, going places that I've never been, seeing things that I may never see again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Road again, like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keep turning our way. And our way is on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again.
Okay, we have just arrived back to our base point, and it is now, what's the time you think? 6 o'clock. Yeah, 6 o'clock. So the journey is now complete. The end.